game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
What's up, my man? You're hooping lately.
Man, that means a lot. You know I've been a fan of yours for a minute now.
Nah, you make me feel old, man.
Nah, that's disrespect. Yo, you wanna trade jerseys after the game?
I'm flattered, but I can't give them out that easy, man. You gotta earn it.
All right, I'll do that.
You got less humble real quick, huh? All right, let's do it.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Achua. OG Anunoby is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in its shooting guard. And for the Warriors, in its small and power forward, it'll be Wiggins and Green. Young is out there with Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5 down low. Doris, in this one, we've got two very good shooting teams that love to focus on that 3-ball.
Well, there are certain organizations that lean heavily into this age of analytics. Both of these teams like to value the shots you most want. That's at the rim and now the three-point perimeter opportunity. So let it fly, guys.
Brunson, no good. And so, MV will bring it up for the Warriors. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
That was a coach's dream, to get that kind of effort and intensity on the glass, and for it to pay those kinds of dividends, critical.
And again, it's the Knicks missing.
That's the third straight miss to start this game, and they're still looking for their first basket.
Golden State moving the ball around. Floats it up for MP. Green passes to Young. Over Hart. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Young's got his second basket.
MP letting it fly with no hesitation.
Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. Hey, what do you have to say?
We talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Brunson with a clean look. Drills the three-pointer.
They needed that. Just 1 for 5 to start this ball game.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Jackson Davis. The layup off target.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
With the step back. Pass to Hart. And here is Anunoby. And it's off from three-point range. Top of the key, Jackson Davis. Here's Curry. Fires the three. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Curry's got 6.
The threes keep coming in the illustrious career of one Mr. Stephen Curry.
Here's Brunson. Happy to see that one go in for a second make in 5 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And there's 1:45 left in the first. Tries it from the top of the key. That's good on the jump shot. He has 7.
We call that, folks, the stop and pop. Jalen Brunson with the pull-up J.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Here's Bridges, following the score by Golden State. Brunson, no good. Young taking his time here. And another 3 for Golden State.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. This one for 3. The Warriors pull it in.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Curry with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Brunson. He has 7.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 10 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
The shot's good from Brunson.
We know that the defense in today's NBA wants to take away the rim and the 3. Mr. Brunson says, I'll take that mid-range.
Young outside. Sends it home! What a shot!
You want drama? We've got drama. That's the way to end a quarter.
That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Warriors lead by 18. The second quarter coming up right after the... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Buddy Hield is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Kevon Looney. And it's Young in at the point. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Kings was all business. He picked up 58 points, and as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. And those are big numbers he put up. It's hard to match. But he'll be aiming high again tonight. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Here's Paul. And it's Looney with the rebound.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Paul. 14 points from him the last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense.
The three from MP. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Paul for three. New York, no good that time either.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect. Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Hart. And the Knicks miss again.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Doris, here we are into the home stretch of this terrific season.
And Kevin, we can all feel the playoffs approaching, which in and of itself is so exciting. But what I love about the current structure of the league is this final stretch, there is always so much in play, and that elevates the intensity. It is a special time of year. Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
And it's slammed in by Young.
Now, I'll tell you, that's a tremendous lob, but MP making the alley-oop look all too easy.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And a new group in for the Knicks. Achua, he's checked in for Bates Diop. OG Anunoby comes in for Josh Hart. Bridges, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Paul.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
And the dunk by MP.
Get used to seeing that over the next 10-plus seasons. MP taking flight.
Here's Brunson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls,
previous plays to review the play.
so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effective.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Kevon Looney. Draymond Green comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Wiggins is checked in for Hield, and Stephen Curry subbed in for Brandon Podziemski.
Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From deep, Brunson. Second shot opportunity. Green with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
And it's in there.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half. And here's Brunson outside. The Warriors pull it in.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
MP, no good. And so Anunoby will bring it up for New York. Shoots from the elbow. Count it. Brunson's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, how highly skilled is Jalen Brunson with the ball in his hands. The ability to get anywhere on the floor that he wants to go.
Got that one up quick.
Well, you love his effort level, right? Particularly when it's winning time. He is going for the finish.
The Knicks shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Brunson with another miss.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And the basket by MP.
You can see MP just looking to continue to refine that three-point shooting.
Young with the steal. The 3. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
And how about that triple to put a cap on their run here going into the break. Finish that half on a big-time roll.
And so it's MP making things happen for the Warriors. He's got 8 3-pointers in the game now. What a job he's doing from long range. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Welcome, everyone. How about MP in the first? And fellas, talk to me. How good does it feel to get off to a hot start like this?
Well, I don't think any can relate, so I'll answer.
And let's focus now on our game. MP has been dialed in.
The confidence of MP stands out to me so far.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And it's the Warriors with the ball, setting the floor for the Knicks. Josh Hart out there with Achua. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Brunson in at the point. Knocks down the 3-ball. Brunson's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Knicks. And that one's good. MP.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
And here's Brunson outside. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. One of the best 3-and-D wings in the league. Well, let's start with OG Anunoby, who excels from the corner.
And Kevin, about 45% on quarter threes the last couple seasons. So OG can space that floor horizontally. That's in addition to his elite defensive ability.
Some nice passing by New York here. Hart finds Brunson. Offensive rebound. Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Now there's an infectious energy to how Precious Achua plays. So tough keeping him off the offensive glass.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. And here's Young from the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists tonight.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Brunson, no good.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
And another one that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much. And here's MP for three. Another three for Golden State.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
From deep, Brunson. Brunson with another miss. Golden State's gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Brunson the pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Again, what an avalanche!
And it's hard to even fathom, but he's coming up on the all-time mark for a 60-point game.
It's stunning, absolutely stunning what he's achieved. A one-man offensive powerhouse.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And here's Brunson outside. Brunson with another miss.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Brunson against MP. Can't cash in from close range. And he banks in the layup. 67 points for MP.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He had a nice open look right there.
Consistency as a jump shooter. Jalen Brunson with that quick, compact release.
And stolen by Achua. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Brunson outside. Brunson with another miss.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Fantastic slam by MP, proving how dangerous he can be inside.
Brunson outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced to the wide open.
Timeout called by Golden State. They're leading. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
It's not completely over, and they know that. But if they carry out their game plan, they should be golden.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Jacks up a three. Buries it from three-point range.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They poured it on tonight, dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks